Welcome to Incompatible with Kat and Michael. I'm Michael. This is Kat.
Hi.
Hi. Kat, do you want to tell people what our show is all about? Real quick.
Sure.
Real quick.
Incompatible is it's a description of how we get along, basically.
No, it's not.
Every episode, I have assigned Mike Frank a chore or a task of a spiritual nature throughout the week, like holding a crystal or analyzing his dreams, and then he reports back and tells me why that was a huge waste of time.
Correct.
Yeah. So we're back after a little holiday break.
Yeah, a little holiday break.
Like
We had some funny. Can we just tell them real quick that today's assignment is Reiki energy healing session that I had? Is that even a thing? No. So I had a Reiki massage the other day. Does anyone know what a Reiki massage is? Reiki massage is an energy massage where the Reiki healer takes the energy of the universe and they send it through their fingertips into their body, and they don't actually touch you. So it's actually very different than that rapey massage. Pretty much the opposite of that one. I prefer the rapey massage. My Reiki healer is here in studio, and y'all get to meet her in just a little bit. So
it's a treat.
Look forward to it. Yeah, super treat. And Kat wanted to start this episode. Normally we start with all the hate mail I get, but this week the hate mail is coming from inside the house.
Well, I do have one.
Kat is very angry at me and would like to berate me in front of all of you. So let's let her.
I'm not angry.
Well, you called me a snake.
I'm delighted. Okay.
Okay. I'm okay.
So just hold on. You know what I mean? Like strap in. Prepare yourself. So last episode, I was watching it back, and I saw that Mike Frank had edited part of our conversation without telling me, and it just so happened to be the most vital 2 minutes to me in the entire podcast, and you just cut it out.
Yeah, it wasn't 2 minutes. I cut 15 minutes of rambling, babbling insanity.
Nope, because I watched it back. You tried to blame me. First, I was like, why did you... I texted you, I'm like, why did you cut that out? And he was like, oh, your story just went on and on and on and didn't make sense. I watched it again.
True.
Nope, it had a very clear beginning, middle, end. It was fast and it was succinct.
Yeah.
What you really did was edit out the segment where I compliment you wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
That was too much for you. Hate
Gross.
mail, people call you horrible things and you love it.
Bring it.
You're giddy
all the time.
But when I give you a sincere compliment, you freak the fuck out.
Yeah, don't like it.
And then but to go so far as to edit our conversation without any choral agreement. You just cut it out.
Choral agreement? May I edit? What's a choral agreement? I don't know.
It means input.
Okay.
The chorus round.
We've
been doing that a lot, where he pretends not to know a word. I say, even though you can totally deduce from the context.
Yeah. What does deduce mean?
Give me a break. Oh my God. You know it.
Okay.
Use context clues.
Drop deduce. That's disgusting. We started off on a really bad note. We're gonna have to edit that out. I really else you just said.
I missed this 2 weeks because of holiday travel and holiday working, and
I was doing some holiday travel. Private jet plane, not a big deal. Bam, L.A. to Oakland. Hey, 12-seater private jet, whatever.
I was most excited about the cappuccino machine.
Well, that wasn't on the plane. That was in the lounge.
In the terminal.
Waiting to get on. Okay.
Yeah, really
awesome.
Cool. Okay, I haven't finished.
Oh, she's still berating.
Yes, I'm still berating. Okay. So, because in the last episode you were cheated out of hearing what I said, I'm going to repeat it. So, this is what you get.
God.
This is what you get. Okay, so I said to him that his long, scroungy hair in his face was a wall to protect himself and keep intimacy out.
And if I don't get some funding for it.
Yeah. So
I'm shutting this podcast down.
We're not going to pay for it.
Yeah.
We're not going to pay for it. They're going to pay for it.
Podcast state of emergency.
So yeah. So, and then you said, okay, well, everything is a wall to protect myself from intimacy. Har har.
Yeah.
But then I said, okay, you clearly had a problem at one point with too many women throwing themselves at you.
That's why I edited it out.
Yeah. Okay, we're getting there. Let's get into the meat.
Because it's not true.
I'm stirring the
it
cauldron.
Is not true. Because you're a witch. Of course you're. Put a little Aya Newt in there, witchy.
I'm stirring the cauldron.
No, women throwing themselves at me. Right now, everybody who's ever known me is laughing for the first time at this podcast. They're like, oh, it is a comedy podcast. Regilia with women throwing themselves at him.
Nope,
Please, give me a
because
break.
I can call on a chorus of at least several chorus members and get a and get some feedback as to whether or not that's true. I made that call not like absolutely certain that that's what went on. Mm-hmm. But then when I said that to you, you're like, yes, all right, it was a problem at one point.
No, I did not. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you?
Wait,
I did not say that. I did not say that.
You absolutely admitted it was a problem at one point.
I did not say that.
Dude, I know you.
Okay.
I know you. I trust me. It's
you don't
okay.
know me.
It's okay, but just admit that you keep your appearance a little scroungy so you don't have to disappoint as many women. Yeah? Also, I'd like to point out, he cut his hair.
Oh, stop.
Mike Frank cut his hair. It looks so beautiful. It's like this much shorter, and it's like washed.
Okay.
Doesn't it look
Right.
so gleaming and glorious? So, what did we learn here, folks? We learned that
Harpies.
if I nag at him,
Yeah.
if I nag at him enough, he'll change.
Okay,
It goes something like this.
Yeah.
I love you. You're perfect. Now change. Now change. Change. So he really fortified me.
Yeah.
And
great.
Yeah. I mean, it's
she's been I've reinforced the idea that harping and nagging are effective.
It's something that's effective with my brothers. I have two little brothers, so I call the shots. I'm like, cut your hair. You need new glasses. Those pants are bunk. Like, and they kind of adjust themselves
Style
every time
queen
they see
over
me.
here.
It's not about style. It's about just look like someone loves you.
Oh,
you know,
okay. Well,
like
that'd be deceptive, but yeah, I guess so. Fake it till you make it, if you know what I mean. All right, let's get on. We're gonna do a whiskey tasting as we always do. Kat is a single malt whiskey master. Apparently, I always get that wrong.
Yep.
Right? Yep.
Do you want to try again?
She's a single malt master, whiskey specialist.
Single malt specialist / Scotch master.
Oh, I forgot the slash. Okay, let's get into it and try not to,
So Mike Frank told me that I needed to be more funny when I'm reviewing Scotch.
Yeah, I did.
So just
not so dry.
So just simply to rebel against him, I'm going to dare to make this the most boring Scotch review that you have ever seen.
Okay, I'll just have to light you up the entire time then.
Okay, so this is Glenglassaugh. And the reason I selected it is because this expression right here, the revival, it was the first offering from the Glenglassaugh distillery after a 20-year mothballing. So what mothballing means is it's shut down, but then all the equipment is kept in shape so it could begin production again at the drop of the hat. So it is a Highland, which is the largest in terms of land of the regions in Scotland. And in terms of flavor profile, the Highlands are going to be robust and heathery and lots of orchard fruits and herbaceous.
Ooh. Can you attack me because I don't know what heathery means, and I think a bunch of people listening probably don't either.
Okay, heather.
Other than that girl who broke my damn heart.
Heather.
It's the girl that cuts my hair.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Heather is it's an herb. It's a plant. It kind of looks like wheat. Heather does. It's kind of like a dusty, like it can range from like gray to lavender. Mm-hmm. And some people use it as hops.
Oh.
Yeah. Got any more brain busters for me there, guys?
Well, I knew you were going to know it. That's why I asked you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Should try talking about current events with Kat, on the other hand. That's, yeah.
Current events.
Brain buster for you. Okay.
Like
whatever.
Like
you didn't even know who
what?
Bolsonaro was. Go ahead. Finish the.
No, I sure don't.
Yeah.
I sure don't. Yeah. Well, do you know who Pete Davidson is?
No.
Pay
From SNL?
attention.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait. I think you actually
man.
mentioned him on the podcast once before. He's like the king of whiskey or something, right? He's a
No.
whiskey guy.
I
No.
didn't. No.
He's
Did you-
He's the
is he-
young kid from SNL.
Yeah, he just like he was
Oh.
like the celebutante du jour when he was married to or engaged, unfianced to Ariana Grande. I'm making a joke
Okay.
because I don't care about these
Okay.
people at all. I'm
Oh,
sure they're
interesting.
lovely though.
Yeah, it's funny that you should say
I'm sure
that
they're
though.
lovely.
Is there anything else to say about the scotch? Because you made me think of something I wanted to say.
Go ahead. No.
Okay,
no.
so I was talking to somebody the other night, and they told me that they met a person, and I believe that this is true, a person who identifies as a celebusexual.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck
Wait,
is
why
that?
are you uh-huhing? You've heard of this?
No, because I heard you.
Oh, okay.
I was in the kitchen with
Okay.
you.
A celebusexual. So it's somebody who is only aroused by celebrities. To
Totally.
which I
Oh,
said, yeah, no, to which I literally said, I was like, oh, thank God, finally a group I can openly hate. Oh, my soul, does my heart good.
I
that-
know a
yeah.
couple.
You
We had to
know
stop.
celebus-
We had to stop being friends.
You
Absolutely.
know and they
Two-
identified, they use this word, celebusexual.
No, but they should, and I
they
will
should.
send them a curt email.
It's just
Yeah.
a new way of saying starfucker.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
so. But no, because
Yeah.
everybody thinks that, hey,
But it's-
this is who I am, respect me. And now suddenly celebusexuals are like, we are real and you need to respect us. No, we don't. No, we totally don't. We totally don't.
It's different than a starfucker, though.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, because this is starfucker to me indicates just somebody that just wants to sleep with somebody famous to just like kind of be a hangers on and to,
Yeah.
to just
Right.
to just be in the scene. But like
This
a
is somebody who's
celebi-
only aroused by
Right.
celebrity.
like in which case like you have a very sad life and a
Yeah.
very
What
narrow
level of
margin of
celebrity, though?
arousal.
Like-
There's
I
so
know.
many things that could arouse you in this.
Like would someone from Big Brother turn them on, or do they need?
right,
Who
like
knows?
what level
Yeah,
of
no,
celebrity
yeah.
do
Do
And
they
you
need
is it literally like,
Matt
hey,
Damon?
nice to meet you? And they're like, and you're like, oh, I have 1,000 or 100,000 Twitter followers. They're like, hell, like,
Right,
they
and then
literally
there's
get
social
turned on by this.
friendships, right?
What?
Not just sexual nature relationships, but also just friendships.
Well,
Well, she was.
sexual-
Is she on mic? Is her mic on? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, just
okay. I just want to
talk
make sure
right
people
into
could
it.
hear that.
Yeah,
okay.
get close. Get
Yeah, that's
close.
that's our Reiki healer. She's sending some healing energies my way as we speak.
Well, celebusexual, I mean, to me says, sex and attraction. And,
It
know,
sounds
some,
dumber
some,
every time you say it.
some people have sex
Yeah.
with their friends and are sexual with just their friends,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I'm attracted to most of my friends in certain ways, but, sexually not oft. But I think that
Not oft.
Not
Is
oft.
that short for often?
Mhm.
Too
Yeah.
too big of a
Really,
word
you
for you.
saved-
Save it.
saved a lot
Save
of
it time.
time.
Saving time on that one. Not oft.
it's because I'm so darling
Yeah.
that I can get away with it.
Yeah.
But what I was
I
gonna
didn't think that was
but
too
hold on.
apropos
Hold on.
myself.
So back to the celebrity level thing. I'm wondering. It's like, okay, do you have to be a adored celebrity? Like, do you have to be like respected, or would this
Or
person,
can you be Kato
right,
Kalin?
would this person get off on like Joey Buttafuoco or something
Yeah,
like
I
that?
don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
I didn't meet the celebusexual myself. I'd met the person who met the celebusexual.
Okay, I had a girlfriend, a couple, but definitely one that just full on said she's only interested in famous people because if they are interested in her, that means more to her, like about her validation. And it's really hard to disassemble that kind of thinking with a girlfriend, especially
no
like
disassemble. Sorry.
what's that?
You don't know what that is? Nobody knows what no disassemble is? God damn it, I'm old.
Explain it to us.
No, sorry. buddy.
Short-
being
short-
the wiser of the group.
Short Circuit, film from the 80s.
Oh
Ali
yeah,
Sheedy and
white
some,
guy played
his,
an Indian dude.
Yeah, and his the little robot's catchphrase was no disassemble, Stephanie, beautiful. Hey, wait a minute, this fucking robot sounded like E.T. now that I think of it, or maybe I'm just doing my E.T. impression.
I think I saw like a little bit of that movie once, but I don't know. The robot just made me feel dirty.
Okay,
I turned it off.
wow,
Yeah.
we got a robotosexual
No,
over here.
No, I mean
A vibrato-sexual.
No, I mean dirty, like
Yeah,
icky.
yeah.
Like there, like
Yeah.
claymation always just makes me feel really dirty.
Okay,
When I see
you are
claymation, I'm
telling
like, ugh,
everyone
ugh.
too much. Yeah.
No, I'm not. It's unsettling. It's
Okay.
like the Beatles movie, the animated.
Yellow Submarine?
Yeah, it's garish, right? Like the
Yeah.
animation is kind of garish, and to me, it's unsettling. It
Yeah,
just means
and that's
you
not
know,
the Beatles. So
things
the
are
movie
unsettling.
sucks. You know that? It's not the Beatles. That's not their voices. That's actors playing the Beatles. What? Yeah. Why? But you could tell because they all talk like this. It's like that. No Beatle talked like that. What the fuck is going on here?
That. I wish I would have known that when I saw the movie recently.
Total waste of time. Total waste of
How
time. Although the
interesting.
soundtrack is great.
Yeah.
The B-sides, particularly the George Harrison ones on Yellow Submarine, beautiful. It's all too much. Love it.
You know, I thought to myself, I'm like, golly, they sound like
Dumbasses?
like cartoons of
Yeah.
themselves. Turns out.
Okay, so here we go. What we're gonna do is we're gonna break. We're gonna break, and those of you watching us on the YouTubes will suddenly see. Can I say beautiful? Can I call Maureen beautiful, or am I gonna get in trouble?
You won't get in trouble because you're never in trouble with
I'm
me.
never in trouble with you. Maureen, will you be angry if I bring you on as a beautiful
By the
woman?
way, I paid this guy
No.
a compliment, and he edits it out and gets mad at me.
Yeah.
Could we just talk about like
no, we're
how
done
psychotic
talking about
that
that.
is?
Stop. We're done
No.
talking about that.
I-
Unbelievable, Kat. Seriously.
But
next
this is
segment,
trouble.
Next segment.
Psycho.
We're gonna cut, and when we come back, the beautiful Reiki healer Maureen
What
will
if
be
she
with
was
us.
like you? What if she had the
I
same
just
response
asked
to
her,
a
calm
compliment
down.
that you
Travis,
did,
cut.
and then you say,
And we're back, and here, as promised, the beautiful Maureen, Reiki healer. Why don't we start by just quickly explaining what Reiki is? I did a little research on this, so I know.
Oh.
Yeah. Ki is just like chi. You Eastern medicine people know that chi is the energy force. Chi being the Chinese word. Ki is the Japanese word for energy. And rei is the Japanese word for sucker. So it is a sucker's energy. Maureen might have a different explanation. So Maureen, that's my take. Cat, talking to Maureen here. So
"Go ahead."
go ahead.
Go ahead. I mean, Reiki is life energy pulled
Yes.
from the earth,
Mhm.
and people channel it as they are attuned to do, and they can pass it through hands-on healing or at a distance, depending on your level of Reiki practice.
And what is your level of Reiki practice?
I'm a level 2 Reiki practitioner. I've been doing it like probably 12 years now.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
And what has been the results you've seen from your Reiki practice? And then we'll get into my Reiki massage in a minute, but let's just have a little fun here and talk about Reiki.
Well, I originally started practicing Reiki because I have Crohn's disease, and it's the only thing that ever put it in remission.
Mm-hmm.
I don't take medication now. I'm not saying that would work for everyone, but I've known Catherine knew me when I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, and I was really sick. I had maybe 3 colon resections, was always in the hospital. And then this Reiki master in Brooklyn was like, "You gotta learn Reiki." And I was like, well, I guess I'll give it a shot.
And you haven't suffered from it like that since.
No.
Yeah,
It's
I think that's
changed.
amazing.
Everything's changed. And then I've also seen...
We'll get into the so.
Well, I told you the other day about one of my friends that had the LASIK surgery, and then I had given him Reiki after that. And then also my husband, who had a double lung transplant, but I gave him Reiki throughout that.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen a lot of benefits of Reiki.
Awesome. And I don't doubt that for one second, by the way. I just want to be clear about that. It's just where the actual the effects are coming from that I would question. So you gave me a Reiki massage, and as we discussed, it's an energy massage. It's not an actual massage. There's actually no touching, so it's actually very much the opposite of that.
We touched.
A little touching, but it was
touching.
It was basically the exact.
We touched. I touched it.
Hey, and I wasn't. No complaints here. Beautiful woman touching me.
Maureen,
Very lonely.
When I was
Very
texting you
lonely.
about doing Reiki on the podcast, you were
yeah.
like, "Okay, are you sure this isn't just your little ploy to get my hands on Mike Frank?" And I said, "No, with a Yessy aftertaste."
Catherine's always trying to hook her friends
That's
up.
funny. Because it is a energy massage, it is very much the opposite of the rapey massage I had last month, which was. Okay, I thought that joke would hit harder. I'm not gonna
I've
lie.
had one of those before.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It does. Rapey massages end with the old thumb up the butt. Giant okay.
You only
we
got
went
the
there.
thumb? Lucky.
Quite the descriptor.
Okay.
Jenna
All
did
right.
his natal chart, but I do need to utilize more massage assignments for you. I think
Oh, I'm all for it.
that you responded well to like physical touch.
You do.
I think
Interesting.
that you need it because you don't have it or experience it.
What are you talking about? I touch myself so often it would blow your freaking mind.
Well, I guess you pet your 2 little kitty cats a lot.
Oh, I
That's
do.
really sweet.
They're
Yeah.
lovely. They're super cute.
Yeah.
I like to think of myself as if I could touch a hot button issue for half a second. I'm kind of like the reverse Louis C.K. He's in trouble for masturbating in front of women. I used to get in trouble for masturbating before seeing women, where they'd be like, "Are you in the mood tonight?" I was like, "I'm a little tired." They're like, "You jerked off 5 times today." I was like, "Yeah, sorry." You selfish bastard! And that'll get whole into the vibrator bit that we got into last
There's
week.
so
Okay,
many
back.
ways
Okay,
that men can get in trouble.
I know. Yeah.
Just can't keep track.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. So I was thinking, and don't get me wrong. Okay, let's be super clear that this is an experience. That they dim the lights. We had candlelight going. We had what would you call that music? New age? I'm not even sure.
The music wasn't really that good.
I liked it a lot.
I liked it.
I was a little critical of the music.
Okay, it was
honestly.
calming.
It was
calming.
It was a new station. I was checking out on Spotify.
You guys
Okay.
are, yeah.
It was
I
very
love
calming. It was very calming. Calming music. Okay, so you take calming music, you take candlelight, you lay on a massage table, and then you take a lovely person like this, paying attention to you, like really focusing on you, laying hands on you, and focusing on you and your problems, and just paying attention to you for an hour straight. There's no way that's not going to have a positive effect. And
So
I truly believe
I think
that.
you're thinking placebo effect.
I am saying placebo effect.
That's where it
I'm
all
trying-
goes to.
That's
Yeah,
what you were
of course,
going-
yeah.
I'm saying placebo effect because
That's all he thinks any of this is
No, I
placebo.
absolutely.
But then
think
does it
any of
matter
this is.
if you find benefits from it? If
No,
that's
not at all.
it is?
Not at all. Not
I would
at
say,
all.
I mean, a person's touch actually makes you produce oxytocin,
Yeah, absolutely.
serotonin, dopamine.
Thanks,
Right.
Travis.
So, and this is true.
Oh,
So
yeah,
these
I
are
understand.
words that might be similar, and this is what I was asking Maureen at the time in the massage, was does she believe that chi or ki or this energy that she says comes from the earth? The website I was on before I came here reading about Reiki says it comes from the universe. Perhaps the same thing.
Yeah.
I was asking Maureen, I said, do you think it's literally true that there is an energy that you are transferring? And she said yes.
Of course.
I don't think so. I think it is the placebo effect. I think it's a lot of what Travis was talking about, a lot of what I was talking about, but that's nothing wrong with using that as a metaphor and saying that that's an energy when in reality what you're doing is you're raising this. Would you say serotonin levels? I don't even remember.
Yeah, oxytocin, dopamine, and serotonin.
Yeah. That you're raising these levels, that just the fact that another human being is paying attention to you, and we are a pack animal, and that we need each other. You feel more
Those are
secure.
also all the hormones that spike when you fall in love.
Yeah, I bet.
And it's just
Or when you give
someone
birth.
And by the way, I'm
Yeah.
not going to say I didn't fall a little bit in love. Hello, look at her. She's beautiful. Folks. She's beautiful. So I believe there is an effect. I think it is the placebo effect. I don't believe for a second that the Chinese were tied into some energy that no scientific instrument anywhere can measure. There's no actual evidence.
Again
that
with
chakras
the instruments. You know,
of
instruments
stuff-
are
yeah.
man-made.
Yes,
Yeah, but
I do know that. And they
Humans
can
are
measure.
fallible.
Yeah.
Virgilio,
No, but
it
right.
is the immune system real?
Yes.
But it's not a part of your body that
But you can measure it. You can measure it. You can see it. You can measure
through
it. You can see it.
science.
Yes.
But what
But
if
science
technology
cannot
hasn't
spot this.
advanced enough?
Then why would
to
you believe in
even
something
monitor?
then
Yeah.
why would you believe in something that technology
Mike,
has
right
not
there.
Because
advanced?
people are finding benefits from
But
it.
also,
Great.
But also, there are tons of people out there that have like serious medical issues that doctors they go to,
They don't
and the
know.
doctors have no idea what's
Yeah.
wrong with them. They
Right.
have no
Western
idea.
medicine
And
is
they can't
like
tell them
leap
anything.
years
And
behind
it's sad.
ancient
It's sad, like because
healing techniques.
men, not that all doctors can be men, but
Well,
oftentimes
most are because it takes a special kind of brain that the chickies don't
Oh
have.
my god! So oftentimes doctors will get, in my opinion, they'll get like a little ego about not
Going to
knowing
medical
what's-
school
what's
as
wrong.
opposed to the girl with the crystal. Hey,
About
ego.
not knowing.
Okay, well, let's take it from a woman who's been there. Before you were diagnosed with Crohn's, you went to a bunch of doctors that didn't
Yeah.
know what was wrong with you.
I was
Absolutely.
sick for like maybe 6 years before
Yeah.
I was ever
That's
properly diagnosed.
too long. That's way too long, you know?
Okay. Look, don't get me wrong. I've been very clear from the beginning. I believe in the benefits. I believe these are beneficial practices. I'm just saying that I don't believe that the explanation is literal. I think it's metaphorical.
Well,
and
we're
secondly,
also
I'd be
using
very
a
curious.
second language for it. I mean, what if,
Right.
they talk about it in Japanese and it all makes perfect sense. Maybe
Oh,
you just aren't,
that's a
maybe
bunch
you
of
need to
bibble
learn
babble. That's not
Japanese.
even a language. Give me a break.
So what would you
Japanese is
bibble
not.
babble.
It's not a real language. Trust me. I've listened very carefully to Japanese people. They're not talking. They're playing. They're
think
messing with
this
us.
is so much. There's
Mike's
so
gonna
much
tell
going
us
on.
The,
It's
world, the
terrible.
Earth is flat next.
So okay. Pump your brakes.
Oh, always with the pump your brakes.
We're to put the burden of proof then on us.
Mhm.
Can I ask you what would make you go, okay, then that's valid. Oh,
If that the energy, the chi or ki
Yeah,
is
what would it
real,
take?
It would have to be measurable. Something that we could measure with a machine, that there's evidence that it actually exists. Whereas
But
it's
you
called
know that
Occam's
so
razor.
much of science. I
Do you
know
want
the
like a
simplest-
scientific study?
I know that Occam's razor is the simplest answer,
Right,
is
and
the
the
correct
simplest
one.
answer is
so
that
you know that there
just-
is so much that's fallible in human and machinery. Like there's such a wide
Wait,
chance
no,
for
no.
error. So why would
why-
you?
wait.
So if you can measure it with a machine, like you'd be like, okay, like that's a wrap. That I
Yeah,
believe that now. That's
exactly.
nuts.
Yeah. Okay, Kat.
nuts.
Okay. For one, I wanted to make a point, and I don't want to forget it, and we can just lay it out there and then get back to it, and I'll address what you just said. But I would be curious, and I don't know if Crohn's disease naturally goes into remission ever, with or without Reiki.
She'd know.
What's the question? Does it go into remission?
Yeah, can it go
usually
into remission?
with medication and things like that.
Well,
yeah,
usually, yeah, but it can. Okay,
Diet.
so
It does.
So
But
right
she
there,
doesn't take medication.
no,
I don't.
but she said usually, so
Yeah.
it can go into remission. It is something that can go into remission. So
Yeah.
we
Without
could just
medicine?
No.
My mom has
Treatment.
Crohn's. Yeah, only
Oh.
diet will make it go into remission, and it's got to be pretty fucking strict.
Yeah.
Okay, so it can go into remission. It is a thing that can go into remission. So it could be a coincidence that when she started doing Reiki, it went into, and we're just dealing with a big coincidence there. A and B. When you say man and machine are fallible, Kat, we using the most powerful machine ever built, the Large Hadron Collider. We discovered the Higgs boson recently, as you know. Now, that was a
Who's
machine
we?
discovering it. Do you think that would you have just taken some guy's word for it if he was like, don't bother building the machine? I can sense it. It's real. No, obviously the machine is more accurate. And if
Well,
some
it
guy's
depends
just
on
like,
who
don't
said
bother,
that. Like
so
if it
there
was
is-
some douchebag,
there's-
then no.
Oh, but some
like if it
some
was like,
Reiki healer, don't bother building the
Dalai Lama?
machine. I can feel the Higgs boson. It is real. No, we need the machines. They
How does
back
the
it
Reiki
up.
healer have a Trump voice?
Many
That was a little
Reiki
Trumpy.
healers
Yeah, it was.
have
Trumpy.
Trump voices. Okay. So don't. So
I
that
just-
would be my point
But
about Reiki.
There's so many things that we've discovered that then we've discovered more, and
Yeah,
then
and
like,
the time-
that we know better now.
Right. The time to believe something is when there's evidence to believe it, not before. So when you
I
say
disagree.
it could be this, so I choose to
disagree.
believe it. That what? Okay, then
I'd
please
much
explain.
rather
But
be
then
on
I would-
like the
people
magical,
would still be
mystical
sick
side
if
of
we were just
history.
waiting for someone to prove it. Also, think about where funding goes.
Yeah.
There's no. I mean, doctors aren't going to make money if they're funding proving Reiki.
So what you
They
want?
Why
make-
wouldn't they?
The
They would-
pharmaceutical
well, hold on a
industry isn't going to
second.
make money if we prove that Reiki works.
For one, you say if a scientist were to prove that there is an energy field that nobody knew about before that flows through the universe through the hands of Reiki healers and heals people, they would win the Nobel Prize like that. So let me tell you where the
And
funding
they'd
would
make a
go.
machine to do it better.
Yeah. So
I mean,
that argument doesn't quite wash. with
I
me.
don't know. That just
I'm still
doesn't- that
angry that
doesn't-
my rapey joke didn't go
I thought
over
it was
bigger.
great.
Thank you.
I liked your other one earlier, but I don't want to burn it.
Oh, I don't remember
The
it
one
now.
you told me in the car before she got in the
I
car.
forget it now. You have to tell it. And she's the worst at telling my jokes.
I
She
am.
always forgets
It's so
them and
true.
gets the wording. She gives the punchline first.
I like take the long way around the bar, and it doesn't make sense,
Yeah.
but it cracks me up. So I'm like,
Oh,
slapping myself.
I said yeah. That
Remember,
when Maureen
alright.
comes on, I'm gonna Reiki her across the coals. Yeah.
But it's not a cross; it's over the.
Oh,
coals.
whatever. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, who's messing up the bits now? All right.
My bit.
I'm gonna Reiki across the coals. not seamless execution.
Kat
on
and I
that
were on
one.
a podcast recently, someone else's podcast.
Oh, that
and
was so
Kat-
fun.
Yeah, it was so fun. And Kat literally went like this, and everything about this was wrong. But out of the blue, she's like, "Oh, I like his Jew joke." I'm like, "I don't have a Jew joke. Don't have a Jew joke. Don't have it." And the guy's like, "What was the joke?" I go, "Well, it was actually the punchline." And she's like, well, let me tell it anyway. And then she ruined it. And who cares? You can't tell a punchline first and then tell a joke.
Okay.
So you burned my bit, made me look like an anti-Semite, and ruined my joke.
Your
all
Honor,
in one.
I would like to call myself
You
to
call
the
that
witness
the
stand.
hat trick.
In,
Yeah.
The
in
cat
defense
trick.
of myself, the reason that I burned your bit is because you burned a bit of yours first. So I thought that we were going to discuss some of your bits because you got on the podcast and immediately started talking about that very funny
first.
joke.
You still gave the punchline
but then you
first.
can't use the whole burning the bit excuse anymore. I'm sorry I messed up your joke, but I certainly did not burn your bit.
You burned my
Any
bit.
more
you
than you-
burned my bit.
No, 'cause
you
you
burned.
You did the working penis one first.
Oh, another bit you burned.
Listen,
Can't do my
everyone
working
knows
penis
about
joke.
your working penis.
It's about my non-working penis, by the
Schmeckle.
way, folks.
Yeah.
Please, can we be
All right.
clear about
Schmeckle.
this?
What was I
Schmeckle.
thinking? What was I
That's
thinking?
Jewish,
That's
then
a
schmeckle?
That's a scientific term for a
Is it?
Jewish penis.
Oh.
Schmeckle.
Sounds like just,
schmeckle?
schmeckle just makes it sound small.
Yeah, well, accurate.
little
there you
schmeckle.
go. I wish I'd known
bad.
that. I would have been calling it a schmeckle all along.
I learned that from
Yeah.
Chucky.
Yeah, a soft schmeckle.
Oh, man.
I just call it my white fish. Anyway,
Oh,
that was an
yeah,
attempt at a Jewish joke as
Yeah,
well.
no,
They like
I felt-
whitefish.
Yeah. It's a schmear thing.
A little,
it's
yeah. That's post-sex. I gave it a little schmear with my white fish. Okay,
Schmear with her
disgusting.
bagel.
Kids, tune out. We've destroyed the podcast.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, sorry, Maureen. We are grateful that you're here. Have a cookie. So I feel like I've said what I had to say about Reiki. Is there anyone else that wants to jump in on it?
Well, chime in.
you're never. I mean, you're not gonna get benefits from any kind of healing energy or
Totally.
I mean, at least that's
you're working
what I've always been taught
if you're
with
working
Reiki is that
overtime.
if you're not accepting of the energy, then
Yeah.
no one can give it to you.
Right, of course.
And he's not
which
even not
means-
accepting. He's trying super hard to not accept.
No,
he's
I'm not
going
trying-
out of
Yeah.
his way.
Look, let me be super clear here. The difference between something that's just made up and something that only works if you believe in it are the same to me. Alcohol, here we go. Alcohol. If you said, I don't believe it gets you drunk, and then you drank a bottle of scotch, you'd be drunk. It doesn't matter what you believe because it's real.
You not believe in getting drugged and someone drugs you.
Yeah,
and
you're
just
drugged.
fall asleep no matter what.
Yeah, so, but when you say, well, you have to believe in the crystal for it to work, you have to believe, that's just saying your brain has to be doing what it does. You have to have the mind-body connection where your brain is doing the healing, and you have to convince yourself of it, which is why placebos are real and they work. And it's unfortunate that a guy like me is so skeptical because I probably am in some way shortchanging myself, that if I would just believe it, these effects would be real, but it's not
You could be a better
an energy. I'm not a better person. I'm the greatest guy you've ever met, certainly. But I don't believe that it's the exterior forces that are doing it. I believe it's the interior forces that are doing it,
I think it's
doing
both.
the healing.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's
I think they
both.
have to work together.
Yeah.
Like we should
Yeah.
work
There's-
together as human beings on
Yeah.
Earth.
There's.
Together.
I mean, you just see energy moving
beautiful.
when you're doing it. So.
Yeah. But do you?
Yeah.
No, I mean, but do you?
Yeah.
You say you do, but if you were actually seeing it something and it was something that was on the light spectrum, we'd be able to see it too. A machine would be able to see it. There's infrared that we can't see that machines can see. So when you say you can see the energy,
We should see if
the
we can
energy
get a
is in your
infrared
mind.
Machine.
Well,
I don't know if anyone's ever done that.
in the Reiki videos that I watched today and yesterday, this guy said that Reiki is for everyone, and anyone
Wow,
can
hold
do
on a
it if
second,
they-
folks. A guy in a video said that?
Yeah.
I take it all back.
Well, it's kind of like the Ratatouille
guy
thing.
in a
like
video,
anyone
yeah.
can cook. Like it's not just esoteric knowledge
of
for
course
only
they
I
like.
don't know, man. They've
the
never met
very-
my exes if they think everyone can cook.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
He was taking a dig at his exes.
I
cooking.
mean, it's fine. Keep
Your
going.
exes
It's-
were
you
bad
know
at
what?
cooking.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
you?
Oh
But he's
my
white
God.
trash. His exes
Yeah, I
were
mean,
just
they
giving him
barely
fluff or
knew how to
nutter
brush their
sandwiches on
teeth
Wonder
or
Bread.
you
Okay,
know,
Yeah.
speaking
exist,
of burning
so it's
bits,
fine.
you have to say that Travis has many jokes about being white trash. Every time you just call somebody white trash, I cringe. It's a horrible thing to say to anyone.
Oh,
So it's
you're
an
just-
inside
You're
joke.
just being white trash
true.
again, Kat. You
Oh, no.
trailer trash.
No one in this room other than me is white trash. Trust me.
Yeah.
I can sense it. It's
Yeah.
like Reiki energy.
Yeah. Well,
I
they're
can
both
feel
from
it when I
Omaha,
walk in the
so-
room.
Yeah, I have prostitutes in my family.
Oh my! Did
There's
you
a-
say? Did you
they
just say?
didn't.
You could
call
ascend
themselves-
Hold
He
on
just
a
said. He
second.
just said you're from Omaha. Like,
Yeah.
What, Nebraska?
And my dad's from
well.
South Omaha.
Yeah.
That's like a.
Just because, I mean.
Hold on a second. I'd love to hear more about these prostitutes in your family.
Well, they're not. I mean, they don't call themselves prostitutes.
They
but
call themselves sexual energy healers.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's my dad's side. There's just really one.
Yeah.
Basically, I think you would call her a lot lizard or something.
Oh,
like
wow.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
what is
Where-
a lot
hang out at-
lizard?
Lot
Truck
lizard
stop
is
to
a.
truck stop.
Yeah, it hangs out at
Rides
truck
with the
stops,
trucks,
bangs
truck-
truckers for
yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the only reason
lot
truckers don't,
lizard?
you know.
Travis knows.
I know. I literally did 6 months of truckering.
You did?
Yeah.
Wow.
And were you
I
just like,
never saw a lot lizard. I was so
God.
disappointed.
Oh,
Not
okay.
one.
Did you hear tell of?
I heard tales.
Okay.
It was great because if you like really late, you could go to like these truck stops like Love's and stuff like that, and they would tell you tales.
Come and go.
Yeah, there's Come and Go
Come
as
and
a
Go.
real place.
Yeah.
I think-
Ooh, don't like that name.
Well.
There's a. Well, they're all kind of like that
CUM,
on
come.
the road.
KUM.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, I mainly
Oh.
did East Coast.
It's a
so-
franchise.
Come and Go's Midwest.
Convenience store all
Yeah.
over the Midwest.
Loves
which is
is-
it's like Kansas and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a slang term. Okay.
No, Come and Go is actually the name
It's
of
a real,
fucking
which is
place.
Well,
unsettling.
It's
Yeah,
Completely
very
unsettling.
unsettling.
It's very unsettling.
Totally unsettling.
It's a
That's where you find a
culture.
lot lizard.
It's a culture.
Yeah.
So like,
Okay.
I would give anything to hear a guy be like, oh right, Diane, yeah, she's cool, she's like a lot lizard.
Lot lizards usually don't have names. I mean, or recognized as people. If we're being.
Oh, terrible. Okay.
Oh, really?
Terrible. Travis, where are we at time-wise now?
Right now you're at 20 minutes.
20? That's it?
Yeah, I knew it.
Well, I mean,
No,
50, so
26.
35.
Okay, 35. So let's do the astrology. Maureen, will you sit in on my reading
Oh, of course.
and,
okay.
and give it to
Cozy.
me? Yeah,
It's cozy between you two.
Yeah. And
Oh, look at the time.
313. What does that mean?
I don't
Any
like
day
13.
now.
I don't like the number
Any
13.
day
I
now,
don't
we're
like the
gonna
number
have a
13.
discussion about it. You're gonna
Yeah.
have to open up.
But I don't believe it's real. It's in my head. I don't think 13 is bad luck, for the record. I am mentally ill.
Catherine just got a text from her mom.
Yeah.
Can I read it?
Yeah.
Okay. No,
Text
we don't
from
wanna
mom.
read
No,
it.
we don't want to read it.
JK.
Come
JK.
on.
Not gonna say
that
that
was
out
a
loud.
good one.
Catherine,
Oh.
I'm sending you the. Never mind. I
No,
was
go-
going to go
no,
there.
no, I like it. I like where you're going.
Those extra heavy day Tampax are in the mail. Okay. You said you wanted it. You said you wanted it. I did it. I went there.
Oh, man.
I went there.
Oh, man.
Mailing
Yeah.
Tampax.
That's a burn.
I don't
right
even
there.
know what a
Yeah.
Tampax
Yeah,
is.
Tampax?
He
Isn't
was-
that a thing?
See, he was trying to
a period
joke
thing, right?
that my mom was sending me tampons because
Yeah.
the joke is I am a woman who menstruates.
No. It was just the.
Har har.
Get it. Yeah,
Man,
yeah,
this
yeah.
will
She
really
made-
embarrass
yeah.
her. Ha ha. You're a woman with a functioning reproductive system.
My dad always called
You
them
got
granny
me.
rags. Maybe you can bring
Really?
that one. Maybe you can bring that one
Ooh,
back.
Wow.
What-
Granny
what-
rags.
Like, yeah. Go ahead and
Just
grab
the fact that
some
you were
granny
discussing
rags.
it with your dad is a little interesting to me. I don't think my sisters ever discussed their periods
We'd
with
have-
my
my
dad.
mom
My
would
dad, I
send
think, would
me-
have turned into a puff of smoke and disappeared if one of my sisters fucking mentioned her period. It
My
would be
dad
like,
had 5 daughters. My dad had 5 daughters.
My
and
dad
he
had
would
4
have to
daughters.
go to
Yeah.
the grocery store, and so
Yeah,
he'd be like,
yeah.
"Go over there and pick out some granny rags for you."
Wow. Jeepers creepers.
Granny rags. Oh my
You
goodness.
really are
Omaha,
from Nebraska.
baby.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lot lizards. Okay.
No.
Do you
No.
remember? Do you remember
I'm just
Aaron? Of course you do. Aaron, that we used to work at the Mustard Seed. Love you, Aaron.
Yeah.
He said, and he's
She had to
he's
name me.
he's gay and handsome, and I love him
Yeah.
so much. But his recollection of finding out what a maxi pad was
Yeah.
when he was younger is so cute because they were under the sink and they were his sisters, and he didn't know what they were, and so he thought that they were cat pillows.
Oh, that's
So he
adorable.
took them out and he like put it on the cat bed, like for the
Yeah.
cat to lay his head on.
Can I tell you that, slightly unrelated, but talking about parents and whatnot, that this is totally true. When I was 8 years old, my mother told me to my face that no one knows why people get erections, why men get erections. I was like, why do boys get boners? She was like, no one knows. No one knows.
Obviously,
That's just
she just didn't want
yeah.
to talk about
It's
it.
just God's plan. It's just God's plan.
That's a great
God
religious
just,
way of going.
I know.
No.
Yeah, no
I'm
kidding.
not gonna talk
Although
about
when
this
I look
shit.
back,
One of
I
the
wonder
great
if
wonders
perhaps
of the world.
my mother literally
Ninth
may not have
wonder
known.
of the world.
She
Okay, so speaking of mothers and
Yeah.
mothers
Yeah.
and boners, I have to say this. So I was at my grandma's house. The year was 1994. Lorena Bobbitt. Was that 1994? Okay. Right. Lorena Bobbitt. Right. So I was with, on the sofa, my mom and my grandma, and it's on the news, and we're just like all watching this horrific story where, you know, the woman cuts off her husband's penis. And my grandma was just like, well, Colleen, I don't understand. How did she cut through the bone?
No.
Yeah, and my grandma like
No.
already had 8 kids by this point, like 10 grandkids.
Jesus.
And my mom, I've never seen her just shut it down like so fast. She was just like, no, there's no bone. Mom, no. There's no bone, Mom. There's no inside joke between me and myself because I couldn't really tell anybody about it until now.
When you told everyone about it.
There's no
That's
bone. Mom.
hilarious.
Yeah.
No, Mom, there's no bone.
Wow.
No, there's no bone.
I thought you were gonna say Grandma was like, why didn't I think of that?
But why would she think? Even if there was a bone, you can cut through a bone.
No, I mean, that's something,
Wow. What do you want to tell us?
that's something for a grandma.
Get through a bone.
I mean, yeah, like maybe my grandma was just like, well, if I would have just tried harder, like,
No.
Yeah.
you know.
Or
Okay.
grandma.
All right. So we're gonna do a quick astrology reading for me.
Yeah.
I like to call it.
I like to your stupidoscope, your
Yeah.
horoscope, your dumboscope.
Demoscope. Yeah.
So I like that.
Bullshit.
Like all of these assignments, astrology, like all these discussions, like he thinks it's under the pretense of like for the comedy podcast. What he doesn't know is it's just part of my plan to make him a better person.
Okay. Before you read my thing, Travis, can you pass me my jacket over there real quick? Because there's something I forgot. Something I totally forgot.
You forgot something in your jacket.
His magic wand.
No.
I hope so.
Did you get another magic
Are we
wand?
gonna? Oh, thank you. Help.
It's a gift for Kat.
Oh my God! Well,
Oh,
no, this was
wow.
yours. I thought this
Oh.
was yours, though. They gave
I
this
know.
to you.
I want you to
That's
have it.
really
I want you
cool.
to
Thank
have
you. I
it.
really need it right
Yeah,
now.
I want you to
I'm
have
just,
it.
I'm just gonna
She's-
put it.
She needs it. Wait,
right.
are you gonna identify what it is? It's a bag of Coke.
I just.
Nobody-
I'm just like
Don't hide
immediately
that.
trying to put it in my heart chakra immediately. 'cause,
just
I need
can we just quickly discuss what we've given you. This was
Okay.
from my sister-in-law, Alex.
So there
Virgilio.
are cleansing crystals, and so I'm going to put them in my bath. I think.
Yeah.
I'm going to put one in my bath. I'm going to put one in my mouth and sit in the bath with the crystal. And just, like, I'm going to really get to know.
Wow, taking
the
them
crystal.
back.
No, you're supposed to put crystals in your mouth to just like really like
Yeah, of
get
course
in
you
touch
are.
with.
Yeah, no.
Thank you, but I think
Yeah.
these are for you. Though.
Well, you can give them back at some point, but we
Okay.
were
Mike, are
discussing
you gonna
things the other-
show everyone the gift that I gave you?
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Did you give him a gift?
It's
Are
this
you guys
hickey.
It's-
That's
yeah.
nice,
Yeah.
Travis.
Let me
Yeah,
That's
I'm
a
just
nice
kidding.
one.
I don't have a hickey on my neck. It was a
We'll
joke.
talk about it later. It's
No,
fine.
but my sister-in-law and brother gave me for Christmas the Skeptic's Guide to the Universe, the book, and healing crystals. So they are playing both sides of the fence with this
I
podcast,
like that.
and that's very nice of them. But Kat, just through a discussion we had yesterday, I thought, you know what? I want her to have the crystals right now.
That's so nice. I need it.
So, yeah.
Thank you. I need it. I need it.
Yeah. And we know it was just a gag.
Yeah, and my crystal
Gift from
dealer's
me.
been out of town, so it's
That's a
been,
different kind of
been
crystal.
a rough,
Yeah, it's
rough couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Your what's been out of town?
My crystal dealer.
I know a guy
joke.
on Lancashire.
See, I try so hard to joke.
Yeah.
One day.
She ain't got it.
Okay, so Aries, your theme for the week is obsessed. Okay.
With porno.
No one has resisted the force of gravity with more focus than businessman Roger Babson. Do you know him?
Nope.
Me neither. He wrote an essay entitled Gravity, Our Enemy Number One, and sought to develop anti-gravity technology. His Gravity Research Foundation gave awards to authentic scientists who advanced the understanding of gravity. If that organization still existed and offered prizes, I'm sure that researchers of the Aries persuasion would win them all in 2019. For your tribe, the coming months should feature lots of escapes from heaviness, including soaring flights and playful levity and lofty epiphanies.
Ooh. Sounds like I'm going to be on drugs.
I hope so. It'll be fun.
Playful epiphany.
Yeah.
Playful epiphany.
Playful epiphanies. I don't know who Epiphany is, but I can't wait to meet her. Okay.
Epiphany.
I mean, by the way, I too am an Aries, so this is our
all right.
mutual.
Oh,
We
wow.
are going to get high this month. Okay. Well, we'd like to thank you. Is there anything else to say? Do you want to insult me anymore? Call me names?
Well, I was
Something-
hoping that you could speak a little bit about all the like goblin energies you saw fly out of Mike Frank during the Reiki sesh.
Did you see goblins flying out of me?
No, I didn't.
Anything you think you need to work on? Come on, Maureen. Come on, now's your chance. Now's your chance.
So work on. Not real. I mean, if anything, I feel like I saw the most activity near your heart chakra, but
Big heart. Everyone knows it. A lot of
Um,
love. Got a lot of love in me.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah. Don't know why we laughed at that.
Because you're just the most loving person I know.
Yeah.
a lot of pink and purple
Yeah.
right around here.
That's good.
Yeah.
I associate
about right.
purple with
Yeah.
intuition or a higher calling.
Mm.
You know, like the seventh chakra.
Of course, I know.
We're
all
in a
about the
purple.
seventh
We're in a
chakra.
purple room right
I know.
now.
And do you know that
Yeah.
this is my favorite color?
Is it?
Yeah.
Was this room painted purple by you, Travis?
Me and Joe Menente, yes.
Why did you guys select it?
Yeah,
It
very
looks-
interesting.
It makes people look better.
Oh,
We went through a lot of swatches.
Ah.
Really?
Yeah, and it brings the skin out better and
Oh
stuff
my
like
God.
that.
Yeah.
We really
It makes
believe it or
your
not,
eyes pop.
That and believe it or not, Joe Menente's favorite color is purple. So
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it all
But
worked out.
why is the bathroom also purple with a darker
You gotta look
purple
good
to
while you poop.
complement
Yeah, it's a darker poop. It's a pooping
Yeah.
purple.
Poop energy.
It's a
Is it
purple.
Oh, right.
That
right.
gives me an idea.
You know, I just
for-
painted my bathroom purple. So
Yeah,
I know.
pooping purple.
It's very light. Yeah. A dusty
you
purple.
want to poop in a purple bathroom?
Yeah,
for
of
sure.
course.
To bring it
you do.
around, a dusty heather. That's what you painted your
Is-
bathroom.
It's
Okay.
like
Dusty
a.
heather, yeah.
It's like a clay.
Is it just an
Purple
aged
clay.
hairdresser?
A light purple.
Oh, terrible.
Now I think I know what I want to assign you for the next week.
Okay, lay it on me.
Color therapy. There's this sensational color therapist named Constance Hart. I told you about her.
No, I'm only gasping because my sister-in-law had me write down a few things that she wanted to have you give me as assignments. I forgot to tell you, and color therapy was one of them.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
that's
Okay,
cool.
so
Yeah.
we're on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
It's
You
all
could also
happening.
get your aura photographed since
Thank
you
you
like
for everyone that-
documented.
Yeah,
That's a great
because
idea.
that's
Have you
not
seen
bullshit
those?
at all. Yeah, no, and I've read about them.
Oh,
but
that's
yeah,
bullshit.
It's BS. Okay,
Thank
so
you for
I'm gonna-
everyone that
yeah.
watches, by the way, and comments, and thank you for being present with us on this journey to make Mike Frank the best person he could be. I just remembered, too, that we got a little message on our YouTube clip from a buddy of mine, Matt Pegler,
Yeah.
who said, Mike Frank, the insufferable heir to the Lisa Frank fortune. Lisa Frank, in case you don't know, is like kind of a teeny bopper scholastic artist.
Mike Frank knows Lisa
That
Frank.
you know Lisa.
No,
Frank. Yeah,
I know Anne
she's
Frank.
She's a scholastic artist who was made famous by her crazy use of neon color. It was like
Ooh.
super. So it's in the cards. It is written.
It's
We're
in the
gonna do
cards.
color therapy this week.
So with that, we're gonna close this week's episode. I'm saying goodbye for me. Kat, say goodbye. You hear me out.
I'm gonna say goodbye for me and you.
Okay, do
So
it.
now it's just Maureen.
Well, all right, Maureen. Say
You want
goodbye.
me- oh, bye.
Travis, say goodbye.
We are so dumb.
Bye, everybody.
Love you. Bye.
Cut it.
Bye.